You had so many people come up against you without cause, pretty much your whole life. People thought they were really better than you. People despised you as the person you are. And you really ain't do nothing to nobody. They just despise you for whatever reason they despise you for. But now God is making these very people have a seat. This is their season of sit down and shut their mouths when it comes to you. That's the season they're in. Yeah, you're in a season of, new endeavors, new things you want to accomplish, new spiritual heights that God is taking you on a spiritual level. But people that put their mouths on you, people from your hometown, people that your peers you grew up around, people, your haters, your toxic family, they're in the season of sit down and shut their mouths when it comes to you. God got tired of these people talking and putting their mouth on you. He got tired of people acting like they were better than you and acting like that what you did was just so horrible compared to the people they were. You dealt with a lot of wicked, toxic people from your hometown, people you went to school with. I don't care if it was grade school, high school, whatever. You dealt with a lot of trashy type individuals. As soon as you did a little bit wrong, they were quick to gossip, slander, abuse, and put their mouth on you. But now God is making them shut up. Because what they said about you wasn't the full truth. So if it's not the full truth, then in other words, it was a lie. Because it wasn't the full truth. They lied on your name. They performed witchcraft spells over your life. You were going through things that you shouldn't have went through that wasn't even your fault. It was the stuff they did. And they wanted to take out their frustrations out on you because they thought you was a pushover. God said you did right by leaving that toxic mother of yours alone, or that toxic father, or those fake siblings, or those fake relatives, or your fake past friends, or that fake ex-lover, whoever it pertains to in your life. God said they're in the season of sit down and shut their mouths. Because what they said about you wasn't true. How they felt about you wasn't righteous. You didn't do nothing to nobody. You didn't have to. They just want to find a reason to hate on you. Find a reason to be jealous of you. Find a reason to accuse you based off some he say, she say stuff. God said enough of that this season for you. Glory, hallelujah. Enough of that. God said he's tired of people putting their mouth on you. And not only is God tired, you are tired of it. You're tired of people putting their mouth on you in a negative way and don't know nothing about you. Don't know what you've been through. Don't know nothing about you. Don't know that you cry at night, hoping that you had somebody to comfort you, but you had nobody but God. And God is telling you that was all you needed, was just his precious Holy Spirit in your life. You didn't need nothing else. You didn't need any fakeness around you this season. This is why God moved you. Them people you left behind, it was meant for you to leave them behind. Because they can't go with you. You might as well ride this thing out by yourself. You might as well ride it out by yourself. Because when you ride it out by yourself, you will see who's really for you and who's really against you. And now that you're riding out by yourself, you seeing that ain't nobody really for you. So they can stay about your life then. They don't need to come back around you. You don't need to go back around them. You don't need to go back around your toxic family. Let them hate on you for a distance. Let them gossip about you from a distance if that's what they want to do. God said enough is enough. He has already elevated you into the next season and chapter of your life. Don't worry about the noise from the haters. Haters gonna be haters. And if you ain't got haters, you ain't popping. And that song, Mary Had a Little Lamb and a Feast as White as Snow. You ain't got no haters, then you ain't popping. Even Yeshua had haters. And he was the righteous one of God. So if he had haters, you gonna have haters too. You best to believe that. You ain't got to do nothing. But just because you got haters, that don't mean you got to be around them haters. I don't care if they from your hometown. I don't care if they were the co-workers at your job. God said you in the season of, you ain't got to be around that. Because they in the season of shut their mouths and sit down. Have several seats when they come to you. They don't even realize it though. This is the season they're in. Now everybody's quiet. You ain't got to dial nobody's number. Because they was going to think the way they wanted to think about you. Catch it. They was going to feel the way they wanted to feel about you. Catch it. They was going to treat you the way they wanted to based off a lie of somebody else. Catch it. That means them wasn't the people for you. They was never the people for you. They was always set out to come against you. They want to find reasons to make you out to be the bad guy. You the villain in a lot of people's stories, but really you were the angel. You was the bright light. It was their spirits that wasn't righteous. Their toxic behavior that wasn't righteous, but they thought it was okay to take it out on you. God said no more of that. You said no more of that. This is why you're in a new season. And they wondering where you are. They looking around for you. And you ain't nowhere to be found because you're not supposed to be found. They was wrong for coming against you in the first place. Your toxic mother was wrong for treating you worse than every other child she had. And your father too. So they can kick rocks too. Yeah, your family can be your enemies too. The story of Joseph and his brethren tell us that. Your blood relatives can be your enemies. If they playing a role like your enemies, then that's what they played the role like. Your job is to forgive them, but don't forget. You can forgive, but don't forget, and move forward in faith. That's your job. Your job is not to be nobody's pushover. Your job is not to act like you didn't see what they did to you, because you saw it. You saw how these people acted. You saw how everybody acted when it came to you. You didn't get no grace. They didn't give you no mercy. So why should they have mercy? Because you don't want to deal with them no more. Because God got them in a season of sit down and shut their mouths. Why should they get grace and mercy for that? They don't get none. You're not worried about these people. You can forgive all day long, but you better not go back around them. Why let a snake bite you twice? Why let people mistreat you a third or fourth or fifth time and they'd already mistreated you pretty much your whole life? Why go back around people like this? You don't need to go back around anybody. They need to learn how to respect you from a distance because it won't be disrespecting your face no more. They can learn to respect you at a distance. They might not ever apologize to you. I think them sitting down and their mouths being shut, just being closed, is better than them apologizing at this point. Because if they wanted to apologize to you, they would have did it a long time ago. So now that they don't want to apologize, I think it's best to say they just need to be quiet and have several seats. And this is their season for that. Keep their mouth off you. Stop acting like you were the villain. Stop acting like you was just this worst person when they know they got skeletons all up in their closet and that they really wasn't better than you. But they played the role like they were, but they really wasn't. Stop acting like you didn't put in the work to get where you are today. Why they still doing the same old stuff they've been doing since high school or grade school or whatever the time they thought they was popular in. Let them stay back there where they at. And let them keep thinking they better. And you keep moving forward in faith. Because God said he got you. You didn't need to be around them haters. You didn't need to be around that. Your spirit was way too pure and beautiful to be around a whole bunch of toxic haters. Coming from the people you knew while you were younger growing up. God has vindicated your name. God said he's proud of you. God said you ain't got to worry about these people no more. People going to think what they want to think. But that don't mean you got to be around listening to what they got to say and how they feel about you. Because God got you in a new chapter, a new season, a new state for his glory, a new city, a new country, wherever you are. God said that new place was for you. That blessing was for you. And can't nobody take you off the place he got you at because the Lord put you there. He put you there. These people didn't have to put you anywhere because God said he put you there. So let them be in their season of sit down and shut their mouths. because they truly are going to shut their mouth when they come to you, because God is going to make them shut their mouths when they come to you, because everything they said about you was not true. That means it was a lie. And if some of the stuff was true about you, that's not who you are anymore. You know why? Because you grew up in the Lord, you grew in the Lord, and you changed for the better. It's called growth. Maybe they need to figure out what growth is and why they can't figure you out, or why they feel some type of way about you. Maybe they just need to grow up in their mind, just like you grew up in yours. And maybe they wouldn't be feeling some type of way. God is proud of you right now. God said, keep honoring him, keep obeying his laws, statutes, and commandments, and do not worry about these haters. Do not worry about your toxic family. Don't worry about anybody right now. Only focus on him, because he's the only one that can deliver you from people that just didn't mean you no good. Nobody else can deliver you. Only he can. And that's the prophetic message I have for a royal one. Sucks to be these people. Until next time, family. Bye-bye.